ladies and gentlemen, now we have a tag team match, the team of GST.
And I could say finally we have the tag team match, because in fact this is the first properly set up tag team match in the history of Singapore Pro Wrestling. Can I say that?
Yes, you are right. The tag team of Dave Vindictus and Greg Glorious. I see a bright future for these two young men.
Yes, and I can agree with that, because basically this is, how should I say, this is the proper tag team. Proper tag team in the sense that this tag team really was trained together, they were put together, they are eager to fight together, so I believe they might have the certain plan for the night, and I have a big doubts and big question whether their opponents, first of whom is coming out now, can actually coexist pretty well, because you know that this match was put together by our general manager Carhella, right? So what is gonna happen, nobody knows.
You see, the difference between the team of GST and the team of Kenneth Texeira and Luqman Adam. GST has been training very hard for this day to be the best and top tag team in SPW. Kenneth Texeira and Luqman Adam has only been a team for one day.
Yeah, and I think it doesn't count, because you see, when Luqman Adam came out of the entrance gate, he even didn't want to talk to his partner. I mean, how can it be this way?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Now in this match, the question boils down to one thing: whether Luqman Adam can get along well with Kenneth Texeira to pull off the upset against the greatest Singapore team that is GST.
Yes, and they have to do it, or I don't know how much of the face Kenneth Texeira will lose if he doesn't prove that if he is not alone, he can stand up for himself.
Not to mention, earlier tonight he had a brutal match with Texas.
Oh yes.
It looks like Greg Glorious will be starting things off with Luqman Adam.
Yes, and they go for a lockup.
A hard collar and elbow lockup. Luqman Adam getting an early advantage as a wrist lock, bringing Greg Glorious down.
And I believe it's not only early advantage, just the strength advantage, because Luqman is obviously bigger, and Greg Glorious only can reverse using his technique, which, as we said, whoa!
What an arm drag! Now a reverse chin lock applied by Luqman Adam.
Yes, that was pretty unusual, and I like the style for that arm drag. And now you see there is no way Greg can really pull. Oh, he's trying to pull something off.
Whoa! Dropped right on his head. The neck must be hurting right now. And a leg drop. What a brutal leg drop by Luqman Adam. Goes for the pin and a kick out by Greg Glorious.
Yeah, it looked like Luqman was trying to finish Greg off just at this very moment. And you see now,
series of kicks to Greg Glorious. Kenneth Texeira doesn't look too happy about it. He tags himself in.
You know why I think he didn't look too happy? Because he wants this fight to be like in a very legit way, you know. He doesn't want his partner, Luqman Adam, to abuse his opponent too much. That's why you see now Kenneth Texeira extending his hand to greet his opponent, no matter what his opponent did to him like just an hour ago.
You see, that's the thing. To be the top dogs in SPW, you don't have to show soft sportsmanship. All you have to do is to show ruthless aggression, and that's not what Kenneth Texeira is doing, and that's why he got laid out by GST earlier tonight.
Well, it's hard to argue on these points, but anyway, now Greg already switched himself to Dave Vindictus, and Dave Vindictus is shaking Kenneth Texeira's hand, and will it be the fair fight after this finally?
No, Dave Vindictus has been in the ring for some time. Oh, and a kick to the gut. A hard side headlock. Wrenching it in, bringing Kenneth Texeira to his knees. The Eurasian Dragon trying to fight out. Pushes him to the ropes. And a hard shoulder block knockdown. Tags Greg Glorious in. What are you going to do now?
Oh, this is great strategy. You see, he just spent less than a minute in the ring, and he tagged in his partner straight away. Yes.
And a groin wrench. Go for the pin. 1, 2. Kenneth Texeira with a kick out.
I think just now Dave Vindictus didn't even break the sweat.
See, that's the strategy of tag teams. You keep your opponent on the mat for as long as you can. Make quick tags and then get back onto your opponent. Hurt him as much as you can. Do not allow him to tag his teammate.
Yeah, and seems like a pretty nice and fresh second beginning for Greg Glorious, because you see he's in full control now. Did you see that? Yeah, it's really like he's in full control.
Kenneth Texeira feeling the effects.
It seems like Kenneth Texeira was not prepared for such a brutality from his opponents.
See, this is what happens if you underestimate GST. You underestimate them once they'll get on you and make you pay double.
Yes, and you cannot really rely too much on sportsmanship and on your technical ability. You see, you have to be prepared and you have to adjust your style according to the manners, I would say, of your opponents. That's nice counter.
Kenneth Texeira showing a great strength. Greg Glorious showing his technicality. What's he gonna do?
Picks up the speed.
And an elbow drop. What's he gonna do now? He picks Kenneth Texeira up, throws him to the corner. Yes, that's how tag team matches should be done. Keep your opponents back to your corner at all times.
That's what our referee is trying to do now, to keep Kenneth Texeira partner at his corner. But at the same time, you see, it's basically such unlawful things happening behind the referee back.
Dave Vindictus tags himself in. Now he's in a ring. Hard rights.
Yeah, hard punches to the head. Feels like a slight hesitation, but apparently it was just a small pause to make the last punch harder.
And he hits an elbow from Kenneth Texeira.
Yeah, of course he has.
And a drop kick. What a beautiful drop kick by Dave Vindictus.
Yeah, that means that elbow didn't help much.
Luqman coming back those rights.
Yeah,
and a huge right sends Dave Vindictus down to the mat.
Yeah, finally the fresh artillery comes into the play, but look what's happening behind the Luqman back.
Whoa! An uppercut, mid-air.
Can you believe it? Did Luqman actually have an ice on the back of his head or what? How come he could cut his opponent down so nicely? He didn't actually see it.
See, Greg Glorious right there, kicked out of a mid-air uppercut. That just shows you how tough this guy is.
Yeah, I think now it's some sort of punishment time for Greg Glorious, but he stays alive.
Greg Glorious slowly making up to his feet, being hammered down again by Luqman. Fireman's carry. What's he gonna do here?
I don't know. Feels like Luqman did not realize that he should act a little bit faster, because you see.
And a hard clothesline by Dave Vindictus sends Luqman down to the mat.
Look, so far I can say that what we have predicted here before the match, actually it proves on all the occasions that this GST team, it's really very well prepared for the match. Prepared, how should I say, tactically and mentally. You know, they apparently they put up a lot of planning to do this.
You're absolutely right. Now Dave Vindictus is dictating the pace in the ring. Just now that pin was to send a message to Kenneth Texeira to tell him GST is completely in control.
Oh, you see, Luqman trying to fight back. He's trying to fight back, and
he's look, and he hits the 7% again.
Yes, he couldn't really come to full force. He just started his counter attack, but GST quickly block him again and give him double team move.
Greg Glorious utilizing the full 5 count. Finally letting go of Luqman.
And now Luqman looks like he's in a big trouble. You see, Greg Glorious blocking his leg, and Dave Vindictus jumps and drops his right foot right on the Luqman left knee.
That's not fun to have a 200-pounder dropping on your left knee like that. That would dislocate a knee.
Yeah, it's pretty dangerous. It really can decapacitate you for quite a long period of time.
Dave Vindictus still dictating the pace. Trying to go for a knee breaker, gets countered in mid-air, elbow back to the head.
He's doing it very methodically, yes. You you see,
And a knee right to the gut sends Luqman flying across the ring.
this is already like a third or fourth attempt of Luqman to break free, but Dave Vindictus keep coming back on him. And finally, you see, from the second attempt, he did this knee drop.
This is how a wrestling match should be done. Hit the big move on your opponent, go straight for the pin. Do not dilly-dally and waste time.
See, Luqman is blocked again. Oh, okay, I think Dave is... yeah, Dave takes in Greg again. Greg start working on this knee.
Just how much can Luqman Adam's knee take all this punishment?
Oh!
And a cheap shot straight into the Eurasian Dragon's face.
Not really cheap shot, yes, because Kenneth Texeira actually saw what's coming onto him.
So that's great strategy. Try to distract the dragon, and then he in turn will distract the referee, allowing Greg Glorious to take advantage.
Okay, now Luqman finally counters it again. Seems like it's big time counter, but
Again, Greg Glorious cuts off Luqman Adam. This is how well GSC has been preparing for this match. They had the game plan clearly and they're executing it right here, right now. And Dave Vindictus came in for the save right there.
yes.
Great teamwork, great communication right there, and a roll up. 1, 2.
Yeah, no matter what, Greg Glorious keep jumping on Luqman, and basically, really, it's a lot of resistance from his side. Okay,
Greg controlling his head.
While Kenneth Texeira every time like involve himself in some verbal communication.
Whoa! What a Pele kick!
Oh yeah, that's a great move, and basically just because of this move, Luqman Adam finally was able to change himself to fresh Kenneth Texeira, and you see Kenneth Texeira just fired this up.
We were
to the
series
left
of
and to the
clotheslines and scoop slams. Kenneth is on fire right now.
Yes.
Irish whip, Greg Glorious to the corner, and a hard clothesline. That flattened him right there.
Yeah, he never stops. Oh!
Oh, that's a miscommunication right there. Kenneth Texeira drops Dave Vindictus on his head with a DDT.
Wow, finally, Kenneth Texeira so successful in this match. Greg Vindictus trying to pick up the speed once again.
Apparently does not know what is going on. What's going on here? Come on, Greg Glorious. This is an indoor arena. There's no birds.
I don't know how actually he can buy Greg Glorious into this stupid thing. And not once, but twice.
Come on, Greg Glorious. You're better than that. And another stomp.
Maybe this was something that, I mean, talking about GST was completely unprepared for this kind of events. Don't you think so? Because really you cannot expect your opponent to start like, to start jumping on some sort of cockroaches on the ring.
Now, Luqman Adam and Kenneth Texeira having an exchange with Greg Glorious as a ragdoll, elbows.
Not exactly exchange, they're simply like double teaming him in... Oh, what is that?
Luqman picks him up, quad strength and a side slam. Luqman Adam going for the cover, will this be it? No, Dave Vindictus breaks it up just in the nick of time.
Yes, Kenneth Texeira keeps having fun in this match, but you see every time it doesn't really bring a lot of success, this tactic.
Once again,
this tactic.
Dave Vindictus distracts Luqman Adam for Greg Glorious to capitalize. Now this time, Kenneth Texeira breaks up the pin. For once, he's doing something right and not causing his team to lose.
Oh, you see, but out of nothing, Luqman Adam just picks up Greg on
and
his
a
shoulder.
gunbuster!
Yes, and drops him right on his knee.
This is it. 1, 2. Get a kick out.
That was close. That was very, very close.
You can see the greenhorn experience come into play. Greg does not have enough stamina to go as long as this.
Yeah, I can see that Greg is very tired now, but really, who could expect that Luqman Adam suddenly on the 15 minutes of this match, he really started throwing bodies around? it really came out of nothing. It's really a great show of his
Hang on. They're going for tag team move. Oh, close line, a chop block from
Yes,
below.
and they hit it.
Great synchronization. Oh, Dave Venita seems to be pulling Greg Loris out. He tagged himself in, tried to get a cheap shot. Apparently that did not work.
Now I start understanding why they call this Luqman Adam a very tough guy.
Hip toss, what a great hip toss.
Finally, another good, solid tag team move from the team of Luqman Adam and Kenneth Texeira.
Experience finally coming into play. Kenneth Texeira and Luqman Adam. Will they take this match? This is it. Oh, and a miscommunication right there. Greg Loris pulling the feet. And a feet slam. Perfectly executed. Full Nelson slam. 2, 3.
Oh dear!
Dave Vindictus pulling one off for his team. This is what happens if you fool around in the ring with such a great tag team in your presence.
Yes, it's a great success. It's a really very significant win, and apparently for the Kenneth Texeira, it's a really big loss of face, because apparently he couldn't really take revenge on this team who jumped on him earlier the same evening, as you know. But what can I say?
The crowd chanting no more GST, but these people need to realize that these two young men, the greatest Singapore team, GST, is the future of this company, SPW. They are champion material, and we'll only see in the future.
Yeah, why not? The very debut match and already such a big success.